Dang, I just broke my sunglasses getting in. Dang, they're toast. Dang, I'm mad. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that we broke our glasses. We're in a C8, all right? Listen to this. Factory Z51 exhaust, not bad, baby. Could be better, but not bad. Give her a few baby revs. Hey, that ain't bad. All right, so guys, contrary to popular belief, a lot of people think when they get a car like this that the shouties are just gonna be crawling all over them. And it's not the case. What you'll find when you get one of these cars is you're gonna attract a lot of dudes when you're at the gas station. Bros from every corner and crevice of the earth are gonna be coming up to you saying, bro, nice car. Bro, I love your car. Bro, sweet car, bro. Etc., etc. Never fails. So if you're looking to get one of these, pick up more chicks, you are horribly mistaken. You might as well just get you an old truck and start hunting. Way more ladies be trying to get in touch with you if you just do that.
The whole camera went back.
So fun. All right, let's turn around and do it again. Ready, go.
Pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag.
All right, guys. I like to start every video clip with "all right, guys." I love these machines. Reminds me of Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. In our tokens. Gotta love that sound, baby. The best thing about a C8 is you've got a nice front trunk. In the front, we've got our washing supplies right here. You can fit all kinds of stuff. We've got our washing supplies. We've got some hats in case we need a hat change. Dinner tonight, maybe. Work boots later. Gym after that. Never know what you're gonna need. So these C8s, they got plenty of storage, which is a great feature. Okay, now on to the important things. All you really need is one wash bucket with one of these little perforated drains in here to keep the dust and stuff off of your sponge so you don't scratch the car. If you have two buckets, even better. You can put your clean water in here, get you a sponge. After you make a few swipes on the car, you can come back, rinse in your dirty bucket, and go back to your clean and wash again. So we went to Walmart and got just the cheapest car soap we could find. It doesn't matter, you don't need anything fancy, as long as the car isn't ceramic coated. This one is not ceramic coated, so you can just get the cheap stuff, get you a cheap sponge, make sure it's real clean, don't drop it on the ground or get any dirt on it, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so I'm going to turn it on the high pressure soap. Since this car is not ceramic coated, that'll be good. We're just going to spray the car off top to bottom, get all the big dirt and grime off of it first, and then we'll start washing it with the sponge. That way we don't drag any big clumps of dirt or rocks or anything across the paint. Alright, I think it's ready. Oh yeah, one other thing. When you're walking around the car, make sure you hold this, because if this brushes up against these cars, it'll scratch it bad. So what I like to do is just start, it doesn't matter if you do this or not, but I like to start on the roof. Right here. You want to go back and forth. Don't do this. Go like this. Back and forth. This car's not that dirty, so we don't really need to do a whole lot. If you wash them often, you can kind of just go over it lightly. Alright, so this is my dirty bucket. Been here, scrub around. Now your vent's still clean. And then you go back to the car. All right, so let's talk about this C8 Corvette deal that we've got right here. It is a 2022 C8 Corvette. It is a 2LT trim package. It does have the Z51 package as well. That includes upgraded exhaust, brakes, and suspension. It has 25,000 miles on it now, I believe. I have been driving it some, enjoying it a little bit. I had like 24 and some change when we picked it up just a couple weeks ago. So we picked this deal up in Texas. The guy had it posted for $80,000. He marked it down to $75,000, and then I was able to get on the phone with him and negotiate down to $66,000. Now, I hadn't bought and sold a lot of C8 Corvettes. This is something that's kind of new to me. I usually do a lot of Jeeps, trucks, lifted Jeeps and trucks, stuff that's unique, more in the off-road space. I bought one of these back in the fall, and it was pretty much the same car, except it didn't have the Z51 package. It was blue, and it had twice the miles on it, and it was a year older than this one. So I sold that one in the fall. The one in the fall was me kind of taking a risk, just jumping in. I bought it for $67,000, and I ended up selling it for $70,000. I thought I was going to make a lot more, but going into wintertime, the C8 market kind of went into a decline, and is still sort of in a decline. And so I ended up dumping it for $70,000. It was only posted for like a week, so I sold it quick at 70. Anyways, I knew that I could sell this one for at least 70. I mean, it's got half the miles, and it's got the upgraded exhaust, suspension, and brakes. So that's kind of how I figured out my pricing on this. And that's a great way for you to figure out pricing on whatever it is you're wanting to buy and sell. Do your research, buy one, sell it, see what the market is actually, what the market actually tells you as far as what you sell yours for. And then you can kind of get a base and keep going, sort of like I did on this C8. Crazy part about this story, and a good lesson in it. The guy that owned this car, he was 21, 22 years old, I believe. He got a really good job about 4 months ago. As soon as he got that job, he went out and bought him a C8 Corvette. He financed it for $72,000. That was the purchase price. And he put $10,000 down. He then went to register the car, and he had to pay $8,000 in taxes. So this guy was 80 grand into this car when it was all said and done, hence why he posted it for 80 when he had it for sale. Now, what happened was he ended up quitting that job or leaving that job. Something happened, started working for his girlfriend's dad, who he is soon planning to propose to. And at his new job, he was making a lot less money. And unfortunately, he could not afford the car anymore. So 4 months ago, he bought this car, had 80 in it, and then we go to Texas to buy it. I negotiated with him again in person and got him down to 65.5. Had 80 in the car, ended up selling it for 65.5. Ouch, that hurt. Hard lesson to learn, I guess, and we were able to get a good deal on the car. It did help him to sell it. You might say, oh man, I can't believe you bought it for that. Look, he needed to sell it. He could not afford the payment anymore, and the 65.5 was his payoff amount, and he was okay with that. Now, on a deal like this, with a car this new and like a sports car like this, you really want everything to be perfect on it. A lot of times when we negotiate in person, it's because there are things about the car or the truck or the Jeep that maybe weren't listed in the ad that are wrong with it, that you can then use as leverage to talk the person down. When you go on a deal like this, especially if you're driving from Alabama to Texas, you really don't want anything to be wrong, especially if they owe money on it through the bank and, payoff is as low as they're going to be able to go. So this car, fortunately, did not have anything wrong with it. No paint chips, no cosmetic flaws, obviously no mechanical flaws. And I bring all this up to say, you're probably wondering, well, how did you talk them down another $500 when you got there? Which, $500 isn't a lot, but it's something. Paid for gas, and hotel for the trip, right? The tires on this car, they weren't bald by any means, but they were a little worn, especially on the back. And so I just said, hey man, the car looks great. Obviously I want it. I just noticed that the tires are pretty low. It's going to need a new set soon. Would you agree? He said, yeah, it does need a new set. And I said, okay, what's your payoff? He said, I think it's 65.5. And I said, well, can I give you your payoff for it so I can get some new tires? He said, yeah, sure. So nothing crazy going on negotiation wise. I can share in a later video how I negotiated with him over the phone. before we actually went on the deal. But that's pretty much the gist of this car. I did get it all cleaned up, took some pictures of it today, and it is going to be posted later tonight. Probably going to post it in the low 70s and see how the market responds right now. But other than that, that's pretty much it with this deal. Once we get it posted, we're going to have some fun with it until it sells, and then I'll keep you guys updated on the sales price. Beautiful day, got the top off. You just can't help but be happy in these things.
Pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag.